Hello,
Hey,
hello.
Hey, welcome back to Ancient Societea.
Tea and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How exciting is this? We're officially spanned 2 years with this podcast now.
This is so crazy. We started more than 3 months ago and we're still going strong.
We are still doing it into the new year, into 2026. We're going hard. A surprising amount of people listen to podcasts on December 31st.
Which is crazy to me. Like, do people listen to podcasts on 31st? Like, what is happening?
I didn't know that either, but I'm so glad so many of you guys spent the last day of your year with us.
Yeah.
That was so cool to see.
Exactly. Well, we are going strong into 2026. This is our first episode of the year. And 13th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, episode 13.
1. Exactly. And today, it is my episode, so you know what we're gonna talk about. Come on, it's gonna be a love story. It's gonna involve one of our favorite characters, one of our favorite Greek gods, and it is Apollo!
Oh, yes! I love hearing about Apollo.
I know.
I love it.
He is such a good character. He has so many messy love stories. And this one is no exception.
This is like our third episode about Apollo and some relationship.
Exactly, I know. And also, one of our other favorite characters is also involved, and that is Eros.
My gosh.
You know how they're, essentially besties, and we already talked about it?
Mm-hmm.
In this story, they are not really getting along that well.
Oh no.
And you'll see why.
Okay.
Anyways, have you ever encountered someone who just refuses to take a hint? Like, you've spelled it out, you've ignored their text, you've changed your number, and they still don't get it.
Yeah.
So, this episode is about that, somebody who cannot take no as an answer. Wink, wink, Apollo.
As we've seen.
As we've seen. And we're going to be dissecting this scandalous saga between Apollo and our girl, Daphne. So, picture this. A girl who would rather become a very decorative piece of garden decor than go on a second date with Apollo.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And obviously we have our favorite god, Apollo, the one who, as we've established, doesn't always handle rejection with the most grace. We've already discussed, as we said, his complicated life before, love life. And this time, so we talked about Cassandra and Apollo, and Cassandra was a mortal.
Yes.
But his love interest in this one is actually a nymph.
Ooh.
As I told you, her name is Daphne, and Apollo is on a mission to win her over.
Okay.
This is the tale of the god who thought he could have anyone, and Daphne/tree that said absolutely not.
Oh no.
You'll find out why I'm mentioning the tree so many times.
Okay.
But yeah, let's get into it.
I'm ready. Let's hear it.
Alright, we are diving into scene 1 with our leading man, Apollo. So, Apollo, the god of the sun, poetry, musing, healing, archery. Basically, he was pretty much the whole package, and he knew it.
Yep, our little golden boy.
Little golden boy, handsome, talented, and generally, he was thought to be hot stuff in Greek mythology. So one day, Apollo's feeling particularly proud of himself because he just slayed this giant serpent monster called Python. And he did that with a bow and an arrow. So, a casual Tuesday for a god, some would say. He's walking around enjoying his moment of glory when he spots his friend, Eros. So, you remember Eros? Our favorite mischievous god of desire.
Another little bow slinger.
Bow slinger, exactly. That's very important for the story. And he's often called Cupid, so, Cupid always reminds us of arrow and bow. Apollo, feeling extra confident, decides to tease Eros a bit, and he's like, "Hey, Paul, what's with the toy bow? That's for real men like me, who just killed a monster. What are you gonna do with that thing?" And Eros was not happy about that comment.
No. I mean, to be fair, he's got a pretty powerful bow.
That is true.
Look comical, may look like a toy.
But it is very powerful.
It's a powerful bow.
Exactly, and we're gonna dive deep into that.
Oh.
So that did not, like, you just don't insult a god whose like entire job is to control love and desire, especially not when he's armed and ready. So Eros, whose ego was clearly bruised by this uncalled for jab, he was not having it. He thought, oh, you think your arrows are great? Let's see how you handle mine.
Oh no.
So Eros, feeling quite put out by his friend's arrogance, he pulls out 2 special arrows. One was made of gold with a sharp, shining tip, designed to ignite passion, undeniable love.
Ooh.
And the other one was made of dull lead with a blunt, ugly tip, designed to fill the heart with absolute dislike and aversion.
Oh wait, I didn't even know he could do that.
Our guy Eros can do a lot of things, and he really wanted to prove that his bows and his arrows are very strong.
Oh, that one's scary. Okay.
And he had a very specific targets in mind. So now let's meet our lady, first of all, Daphne. She was a beautiful nymph, a child of the river god Panos. I'm just gonna call him Panos. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but it's Greek mythology. So here's the thing about Daphne. She was a wild child. She loved the forest. She loved hunting. She loved her freedom. She was devoted follower of the goddess Artemis, who was, as you know, very independent herself, just like sticking to her job. And like Artemis, Daphne had made a serious promise to remain a virgin forever.
And Apollo's twin, right?
Literally.
Yeah.
So
another family affair. Sick.
Exactly. So she wanted nothing to do with men, romance, or any of that messy stuff.
Fair.
She was basically the ancient Greek version of single and thriving, thank you very much. Like, I don't need men in my life.
Oh, yeah.
So Eros, with his revenge plot fully backed, makes his move. He knew Daphne was a prominent nymph, famed for her beauty, but also her commitment to chastity, making her the perfect choice to really sting Apollo. He flies through the air, unseen, and shoots Apollo with the golden arrow. And bam! Apollo is instantly, irresistibly, head over heels.
As he is.
In love. As he often is, but this arrow helped.
Like to an extreme.
Yeah,
like he's
exactly.
Already immediately falls in love with people, second, and this is just exemplifying
This is just like him, like, I don't know, taking alcohol or something. And, everything is going wild. Oh. So he sees Daphne, and suddenly his world makes sense. Again, I guess.
I can see clearly
he's
now.
In love again. So every thought, every desire is just Daphne. So then Eros shoots Daphne with the lead arrow, and bam! Daphne, who already wasn't interested in men, by the way, is now filled with an intense, deep disgust and dislike towards Apollo specifically, and towards the very idea of love and marriage in general, which she already was, but now times 1,000.
This just feels like the twisting the knife.
Exactly.
Like she already didn't like men, but now specifically you.
Now specifically, it's you, Apollo.
It's
that I don't
not
like.
Just men, it is you entirely.
Yeah. You're first on the list now.
Wow.
So she's minding her own business now, enjoying the quiet of the woods, I guess, when Apollo appears. And all she wants to do is run in the opposite direction as fast as her legs can carry her, essentially. Like, can you imagine worse first date? I guess this wasn't even a first date. It was just like them seeing each other for the first time. And it was not a good first impression because she just felt this disgust and wanted to run away. So one person, Apollo, is gripped by this powerful desire, and the other, Daphne, is utterly consumed by dread.
Get me out of here.
Exactly. So Apollo, now completely under Eros's spell, is absolutely obsessed with our girl Daphne. He sees Daphne in her beloved forest and starts pursuing her relentlessly. He's calling out to her, listing all his divine accomplishments, bragging about being a god, trying to explain why she absolutely needs to fall in love with him. He's basically giving like his whole like entire LinkedIn profile and like letterboxd portfolio trying to impress her.
He has to have this perfected by now too.
I know, but he still fails.
He's had so much practice and he still can't.
He has like a script or something that he uses every single time. So I think he was doing the same this time with Daphne.
Oh, gosh.
So he's like, don't run, Daphne. Like, I'm not some rough hunter. Like, I'm the god of healing. I can play the lyre beautifully. I can tell the future. I am the Lord of Light.
Look how pretty I am.
Exactly. And we would be so perfect together. And all Daphne hears is like a desperate and insistent voice getting closer, ignoring her obvious desire for space.
Yeah.
So Daphne, she's not listening at all. She is full of this resentment and she just wants to get away. To her, Apollo isn't a dazzling god. He's just like a persistent, unwanted presence, getting closer every second.
A nuisance.
Exactly. And she is like terrified. She's running for her life, tearing through the familiar forest that she's always in. Her hair is like flying behind her. Her bare feet are like scrambling over rocks and roots. Every fiber of her being just screams, "Leave me alone." And Apollo, being a god, and she's just a nymph, he's obviously faster and stronger. So he's closing the distance. Like, his breath like is on her neck, essentially. He's probably thinking, like, why is she running? Like, doesn't she know who I am? I'm Apollo. You know, Apollo and his ego.
Of course, of course.
And Daphne is, again, thinking, oh my gods, if this guy doesn't quit, I'm going to lose my mind. I need an escape now. And the gap between them is like shrinking rapidly, and Daphne knows she's about to be caught. The chase is almost over, and she's so desperate. In that last desperate moment, with Apollo's hands practically reaching for her, Daphne cries out to her father that we mentioned earlier. So the river god Peneus, actually. Penis doesn't sound great. So, and she pleads, "Father, if you love me, change me. Destroy this beauty that causes me so much trouble." And just like that, before Apollo can even touch her, something incredible and completely heartbreaking, to be honest, happens. Her skin, where his hand was about to make contact, begins to change. Her feet take root into the earth, her arms sprout branches, her hair transforms into lush green leaves, and her delicate fingers become like fine branches. Her soft skin also turns to a rough outer layer, and her voice, her desperate cries, become part of the forest's whispers. She becomes one with the forest. So Daphne, our nymph, is now gone. In her place stands the very first laurel tree, beautiful and sweet smelling. She had just become a tree to avoid Apollo.
Was there nothing else that they could have turned her into?
I kind of blame her father.
Yeah.
Because he was the one that picked to turn her into a tree. But I think Apollo was just too powerful. And this god of river didn't know like what else to do. And she was like, my daughter loves woods. She loves trees. So I might as well
invent a beautiful new tree.
Yeah.
For her to be that,
exactly.
I guess. Wow.
So Apollo is left stunned. He's heartbroken again, and he is completely alone. So the object of his burning desire is now a still, silent tree. He touches the tree's outer layer, and it's still warm from her life force, and he can still like feel her heart beating beneath it. But she is a tree, unfortunately. No. He starts weeping, like realizing he can never have her, at least like not in the way he wanted to.
Yeah.
And even then, like in his grief, and he still wants a piece of her, which is like, can you just take no for an answer?
Like, my guy, I'm begging you. Just relax from one girl, one time.
And I'm not even a girl anymore. I'm a tree.
Yeah. I mean, this is the most pansexual person I have ever heard in my entire life.
He is so crazy. Like, this whole story is so crazy. He still wants a piece of her, even though she's literally a tree now.
A tree who has rejected him multiple times in every possible way.
Exactly, and like ran away from him.
Yeah.
But he now declares, since you cannot be my bride, you shall be my tree.
And I'm sure in his mind, he's like, you're my tree.
You're my tree.
Like the friends.
I still have her.
Like the friends of you're my lobster. This is his, you're my tree.
You're my
he thinks
tree,
it's
exactly.
so romantic.
And like, I feel like this, you know, Daphne, this tree now is again full of disgust.
Like, please stop touching my bark.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you kidding?
Like, my leaves are not yours to touch. Like, take no for an answer, my dude.
God.
So he says, my hair shall be crowned with your leaves, my lyre and my quiver shall be decorated with you. You shall be the emblem of victory for poets and heroes. And to this day, the laurel tree is sacred to Apollo because of this whole mess. Its leaves used to crown victors in Greek mythology, and they symbolize eternal fame in his domains of poetry, music, and prophecy. It's like a bittersweet reminder of his like one-sided and frankly like unwanted love, forever like linking his achievements to the nymph who at the end of the day managed to escape him. Even though it was a tragic ending,
yeah,
she kind of managed to escape.
That's so cute and that's so sweet. But I'm thinking of Apollo's future lovers who now are like, you start dating someone and they're like, oh, this is my crown. It has to do with this girl I went on one date with and I'm still obsessed with.
It's one of my exes. You know, my ex gave me this.
My ex gave me this. We went on one date. It was really serious. Like, this is my ex's. If I was a new person coming in to date Apollo, I would be livid. I'd be so angry.
That's like one of those situations, you know, when you meet somebody and you're like, that shirt is nice. And they're like, oh yeah, my ex gave it to me. You know, that's like literally that situation.
It's like, oh, this is weird. Now it's
so weird.
Like, actually, I take it back.
Yeah, like,
it's not that nice anymore.
Are you over this person? Like, what is happening here? Like, what am I for here?
And then you meet Apollo, and he's made every single thing that he can about this one ex.
Yeah, exactly. Which is so crazy. But that's what teasing Eros gets you into.
Yeah, is Eros just watching?
Eros was just watching, laughing, you know, cracking jokes by himself. He usually does that with Apollo, but now he's like cracking jokes because of Apollo's situation.
He like turns to his side to try and make a joke, and Apollo's not there.
And he's like,
right.
Actually, like, this is not like so funny when I'm doing it alone.
I kind of take it back, actually.
Yeah, sorry, my dude. So, there you have it. This is the original hard pass of Greek mythology. You know, Apollo blinded by ego and, you know, Eros' revenge. He learned the hard way, you know, the divine powers don't guarantee consent or even basic respect for someone else's boundaries. And Daphne, well, she literally embodied the phrase, I'd rather die than be with you.
Oh my god.
Because
even if we were the last two people on Earth,
I'm not getting into this with you. So, I don't know, this is just a story about, you know, a god's bad date. It's like an epic lesson, I think, in boundaries and the enduring cost of obsession. Daphne's transformation, while tragic for her, it actually became legendary symbol of fierce independence and the power of, like, saying a definitive no, even against divine will, which was Apollo.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah,
what a girl.
It's so sad, but also, like, she is exactly who she thinks she is, in my mind.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, she was like, I'd rather spend my days as a tree than be...
with this god.
With this man, god, this awful man.
Yeah, I'd still rather be a tree.
I'd rather be a tree.
Wow.
And I love that for her, you know?
Yeah.
She, at the end, like, she got to choose her own destiny.
That's fair.
So even though she is the tree, a beautiful one, you know?
Yeah.
She's thriving in a forest now.
You know, when we first started this podcast, everybody jokingly asked me, they're like, oh, do you have enough content for this podcast? Mm-hmm. Like, can this podcast continue on going in the long term? Like, do you have enough content? And I was like, yeah, we can talk about Zeus cheating and Zeus's failed relationships so many times. I'm starting to think we have unlimited content because of Apollo's failed situationship.
Like, I think we've been like kind of avoiding talking about Zeus because we're not the biggest Zeus fans here.
I know.
But even though we're avoiding some of his, you know, biggest scandals and stories, we have so many stories to talk about.
There's so much to talk about. And I guess a lot more of them is Apollo than we thought.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so a lot more to come, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, what a great first episode of the year. A great start to the year. And I hope you guys stick around throughout all of 2026.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye.